Sonic Forces comes out today, but no one cares. Just joking. Head to twitch.tv/fundthecharityroom.com// this Friday, November 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. #gift bump. Come help us raise some money for kids. Instead, today I want to talk a little bit about Sonic Mania. The FTCI LP will begin tomorrow, so you can avoid that like the plague. And so I'm mostly just going to repeat a bunch of things that I've said in that LP today, even though we recorded that first. This is coming out first, because ain't the internet wonderful? Oh well. Sega were kind enough to send us a review copy of the game. Don't look at me, I don't know. And in true FTCI fashion, it's taken us this long to make a video about it. For the full story of us getting the review copy and the shenanigans that ensued, check out the LP. I believe it's part 2 or 3, maybe. And instead of doing a standard review, I instead want to just talk about my top and bottom 5 things about the game. Also, as a aside, Sega sent us some of the fantastic manuals for Mania to give away. Again, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Stay tuned to the end to find out how you will be able to win one. #clickbait. So let's begin. And this is obviously going to be full of spoilers, so you have been warned, although at this point I doubt anyone cares anymore. Mania is a great game. It's easily like an 8.5 to me. It's a really, really good game. But there are a handful of small things that just kind of make me go, I don't know. None of these on their own amount to that much, but combined just do several things to make Mania just a slightly less than perfect game. I'm just going to lump a few of these small things together, just because again I don't think any one of them on their own is worthy of being on a list like this, but combined it's like some of these things involve some of the lack of zone transitions for each level, which is nitpicky as hell, I know, and doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but this is my video, go make your own. But the fact that you are unable to use the insta-shield or the peel-out or the Knuckles mode in a saved file, you only have to use that in a no-save, which can be annoying if you don't want to sit through the entire game in one sitting. It also would be nice, because I love the insta-shield, so it would have been nice if I could just have an actual use that, or just, here's a crazy thought, all of them at once. Why can't, controllers have more buttons now, boys, we can have more than one attack, but whatever. And certain points you can be crushed way too easily. At certain points, like in Chemical Plant or Titanic Monarch, it's kind of like if your one pixel of you is underneath something, you can get crushed. We're just kind of like, maybe we could have fixed that for this game, but oh well. And just certain small level design things just kind of take the edge off slightly. I know it's shallow just to like a game based purely on its visuals, but god damn, this is a great looking game. Fantastic sprite animations and a silky smooth 60 frames per second performance make this one of Sonic's best looking games in the entire series, 3D or 2D, I don't give a damn. This game is amazing. But of course it's still not as good as Unleashed. #Unleashed as well. The bosses in this game are a very mixed bag. But I would say Mania probably has some of my least favorite bosses in definitely the classic series. There's ones that I just feel just badly designed, kind of like the Heavy Gunner Runner. What the hell is that thing called? The Hardboard Heavy you fight on that motorbike. No thanks. Or the Mirage Saloon Act 1 as Sonic or Tails. That's just a chore to play. The bosses that just are an absolute joke if you play them as anyone but Knuckles. A lot of the Act 1 bosses, they can be destroyed in like 6 seconds before they even have a chance to attack you, which is success? Question mark? But damn, some of the bosses in this game are just awesome. I love the fact that Metal Sonic finally gets a decent sprite-based battle, because as we all know, the race in Sonic CD is just terrible. To the flying battery mech that spawned the most beloved fan character Sonic has ever seen. When designed right, the Mania bosses, I feel, provide everything a Sonic boss should be. They're original, they're challenging, and they're visually interesting. Not every boss is a success, as my previous point stated, but when Mania hits it, oh man, it's a touchdown right out of the park. That's what sports metaphor means, right? Is that correct? Is that what that one means? Metallic Madness. Oh, I hated the sound in the original CD and nothing has changed. I dislike pretty much everything about this stage so much that if the game was exactly the same and Metallic Madness was not involved, I would probably rate this game a 9. That's how much I hate this. it's hard to even go into specifically what I don't like about this level. It's literally everything about it I feel is just a chore to play. The music, I mean, gee man, I don't even think I need to say anything about how goddamn sexy Tee Lopes' soundtrack is. Other than this, just holy shitballs. So let's just all shut up and listen to some of my favorite moments from one of the best Sonic soundtracks that have come out in the last 10 years. This is, it kind of, to me at least, it kind of lives in the shadow of 3 and K. And it's, I don't really mean disrespect by this, but at some points Mania feels like a fan game. And on one hand it is, because it is a game made by fans. But it's just so many times where you can tell it's trying to ape 3 and K with just the fact that, you know, how the game starts. And the kind of how the menus are laid out and certain things like that, the level progressions and stuff. And when it works well, it's fine. I think Mania does enough things originally to kind of not make it a complete shadow of 3 and K, but you can tell they were desperately trying to ape the kind of look and feel of 3 and K rather than branch out into their own thing. And also just a few other small things like, you know, the Sonic 1 sprite being used. Sonic 3 sprite's best sprite ever made. Again, when it's done right, some of the level designs in Mania are some of the best designed levels. You know, definitely in the classics and certainly in 3D. RIP Forces. But it's just certain things like they can take an established level like Chemical Plant. I think Chemical Plant Act 2 is one of the best designed maps in any Sonic game. And yes, you can. They do kind of take a gimmick from Wacky Workbench, but they take it and they add an original twist on it with the green Jello or Mega Mac, whatever you want to call it, hoping you reach higher heights, stuff like that, and just the way the levels throw together, it just makes, you know, when you're playing this game, it's like being on a really good high. But I have no idea what drugs taste like, because I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy, Daddy. Here it is, the worst thing, my bottom one from Sonic Mania. The spinner thing in Hydro City isn't nearly as fast as it looks in 3 and K. 0 out of 10, worst game ever made. And now my top one thing in Sonic Mania, Knuckles. God damn, the Mania team, they took my favorite character in the franchise and they made him, without question, the best character to play in this game. Much like in the vein of 3 and K, Knuckles gets sometimes alternate routes in the levels and original bosses, and sometimes it will, you know, in the case of Mirage Saloon Act 1, an entirely original level, which I think Mirage Saloon Act 1 is one of the best designed levels in that game. One of my favorite levels in the franchise, because it knows you as Knuckles can glide and climb. It doesn't. There's certain points where they make you think about how to progress. It isn't just like, oh look, there's a spring, go up the spring, there's a boost pad, makes you go that way, spring takes you go that way. There's certain moments in Mirage Saloon Act 1 where you have to, there's just like a big chasm and you have to, oh, I guess I should just climb, you know, glide over this type of thing. And I think in that regard, and the way they make you play as Knuckles, I think I would love a game just as Knuckles. I think a solo game as Knuckles would, with this kind of design, would just be really pretty average. So there it is, my top and bottom 5 things about Sonic Mania. Video was a mistake, as was this channel, as was my life. But yeah, thank you for watching. I look forward to all you people in the comments saying that Ted was correct and this game is terrible. But oh yeah, I guess the manuals. I don't know. I don't know. Just tweet at FTCR with hashtag Mania Manual and just write something. And I guess I'll pick a few people who I like what they tweet. I don't know. Get out my house.